What's up guys, Grim here. It's time to show the Faceroll Elementalist build. You guys had seen the gameplay video of it before, and now it's time to show off the build so you guys can learn it. Now I got this build somewhere. I can't remember exactly where right offhand, but I will find out and put it in the description because I always give credit where credit is due. I never try to claim, these specs are my own creations because usually somebody beats me to the punch, and I do enough playing that I don't do enough testing, I usually grab somebody's build and I'm lucky to run a few tests in order to see if it works for me. But this is a build that is basically one button. Of course, there's a couple of support buttons that you could hit at any time to, help you along the way of PvPing. But really, you could just run around hitting this one button, cramp your hand all up, trying to kill everybody with it. And you probably will kill people with it because it bursts really well. But of course, it is a one button build, so you will be bursting and you will be doing great damage and all that, but it will not be optimized as an advanced build will be. Such as if you're hitting one guy and you kill him, and then you go over and you see that you need to kill the healer, your cooldowns might have been used on that first guy. So that's just how these one button specs work, but it's real easy for you guys to just pick up this and go do some war fronts or something on your mage and have a good time. Matter of fact, I use this to do my PvP dailies as well because it's pretty easy to kill the monsters and pretty much face roll it, Okay guys, here is the build. We've got 58 points into Elementalist. Now you go ahead and fill up the tree, and the spots that you will take points out of or don't put points into in the first place is you do not want to point into volcanic eruption, you do not want to point into icy gale, and you do not want to point into stone armor. Everything else fill all the way up there. Okay, over to necromancer. That's our second soul. We got 5 points into death's ally, 5 points into fresh graves, 2 points into ghostly power, 3 points into epidemic, and 3 points into master Cherugian. And then our third soul is pyromancer, but we don't put any points into it. So that's your build, guys. Let's go ahead and go over to the macros. Scroll down. Alright, as you can see, it's basically 3 macros, but this is the spam. This is what you're going to hit all the time. This is pretty much all you're going to hit until you start having some kind of trouble. Then you can hit other stuff if you want. Okay, so it's show lightning strike, suppress macrofailures, cast Rune Shield, cast Consuming Flame, cast Soul Crystal, cast Intensify Elements, cast Rushing Elements, cast Lightning Strike, cast Crystalline Missiles, cast Elemental Burst, cast Stormbolt, cast Icy Carapace, cast Flamebolt, cast Ignite, cast Raging Elements, cast Sever Bonds, cast Ice Shield, cast Elemental Forces, and I put my petattack in there too, which is petattack at target. Now this is the button that you'll be spamming, but here's a second button just in case somebody starts hitting you and you're about to die and you need to heal. This sacrifices your pet in order to heal you. So we got show reclaim elements, cast reclaim elements, cast fast summon, cast summon water elemental. Now naturally we'll be using water elemental because we're PvPing. it's a crowd control pet, and that's generally what works best in PvP is crowd control. Okay, so as you can see, it's going to sacrifice your pet and heal you, and then you hit it a couple more times and it'll fast summon your water elemental right back. So now we are over to summon. This is if if somebody kills your pet or something like that and you need to summon it real fast, you don't got that huge cast timer of summoning your pet. You can fast summon it and bring it right back. So we got show, fast summon, cast, fast summon, cast, summon, water elemental. So that's your 3 macros. Now, like I said, you will just be spamming that one button, but you'll be able to heal yourself and fast summon your pet if you need to. Let's go ahead and go over what's on my bars real fast. Okay, we got the spam button, all you'll be hitting pretty much. But if you start to die, we got the heal button right there, which will sacrifice your pet, heal you up a lot, and then hit it a couple more times and it'll summon your pet real fast. And then we got our pet summon. Well, I went ahead and threw 2 more buttons up on my bar here, just in case I need them. If somebody starts hitting me, I can cast Rift Tomb on them, which I believe this is a planar ability though. It might be in the regular abilities, I'm not sure. Let me see. Elementalist. I think it's a planar ability. I went ahead and threw this planar ability on there because I really didn't have much crowd control. So I went in and took a crowd control from my planar abilities and that I got with planar attunement and tossed it on there because if somebody's on you, it's hard to get them off sometimes because they're intent on killing you. So I went ahead and threw Rift Tomb on there. And then we got Channel Elements. I've noticed that if people don't kill me, I run around and spam the #1 button so much that eventually, it isn't fast at all, but eventually you will run out of mana if they never kill you. So I went ahead and put that on there. And I went ahead and threw that on there for whatever reason. Just summon water elemental. But here's the buffs. Elemental armor. That's pretty much all you'll be using, whenever you have your pet up, you can cast Synergize. And of course, planar buffs, guild buffs, stuff like that. Alright, so how you play this build is you basically just target somebody and you start spamming. It'll cast a shield on you, it will hit for a lot of damage. The key is that this is a build that's meant to be played while moving. If you're hitting somebody, be moving. Run at them, run to the side, strafing, whatever. Just be moving, because it's meant to be played while moving. But if you do get stunned or rooted, it will cast Lightning Strike, and that hits for a lot of damage, as you can see. So, and then it'll start casting Crystalline Missiles, but all those cast timer abilities. But it's mainly based around all these instants that you'll be popping off and just hitting everything. And let's say that somebody is hitting me and I'm getting really low in life. I can hit the heal button, it kills my pet, heals me up, hit it a couple more times, and it'll fast summon my pet right back. Pretty nice, huh? And as you can see, with me doing all that spamming, I used up a little bit of mana, so if you go untouched for a while, you might use up all your mana. That's whenever you need to channel and go ahead and get your mana back. The channel is your channel elements right there. So, pretty simple build. Just one button, and go ahead and add the other ones if you want a little bit of support. But in all reality, you can just have that spam button and run around and kill people. But do keep in mind, you need your pet up. That's a big part of your damage and a big part of your control. You know, the water elemental is going to help you a lot, and you will be greatly hindered if you do not have it up helping you. So if somebody kills it, fast summon it right back. You know, that's why we got that macro if you need it. Alright guys, I think that's all with this one. Very simple build. I think you guys will enjoy it. It's real easy if you just hit level 60 on Mage and you're not quite sure how to play it. You know, these other ones got so many buttons that you got to hit and stuff. Go ahead and go to a Faceroll spec if you need to. Or if you're just one of those people that you got too many alts or whatever. You know, it's hard to learn all these specs and everything else, so it'd be nice to keep it simple for you guys sometimes. So why not have Faceroll builds? That way you can switch from spec to spec to spec, and it doesn't take a lot of relearning it every time you go to a spec that you haven't played much. You know, you just hit that spam button, and it works really well. Like I said, it's not optimized as in you will do the best DPS that this class can do or anything like that, but it's good enough that you will be successful if you play it right. And you're not too far behind the people that do optimize it. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed the build. My name is Grim, and I'll see you tomorrow.